floor is yours for a short statement.
So let me just take a second here to introduce some other folks real quick, because you may have some other questions. I'll field some questions. Of course, the Lithuanian Chod will field some questions, but I also want to introduce the deputy ambassador here in the United States Embassy, Timur. Thank you. General Kolashevsky over here. He is the commander of the United States 5th Corps, armor officer, and he's in charge of all the ground forces here in Europe. Where's McCarthy? Come on over here. Colonel McCarthy. He is coming to us from the Big Red 1, the 1st Infantry Division here. And he's the brigade commander, and he's the brigade commander in charge of this battalion. And where's Brother Godson?
Sure.
And Colonel Godson here, he's the battalion commander for this particular battalion. And they'll all be available for any kind of questions. Let me just say just a couple of brief remarks here. First, the reason I'm here is to check on the U.S. troops that are here. These guys have been here for 6 or 7 months now. We intentionally have extended them in place because of the situation that's happened down in Ukraine. And as everyone is tracking, today is the 10th day of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Ukraine is a free and independent country, has been since 1991. And what the Russians have done is not good, illegal, and the rest of the world recognizes that. And we have all rallied behind Ukraine. But for us, the United States, we are a member state, a founding member state of NATO. NATO is a major alliance for the United States. It's a critical core national interest for us, has been for a lot of years. And we have deployed forces to here, Lithuania, but also to Estonia and Latvia, Romania, Poland, and many other countries to demonstrate our resolve and our commitment to NATO Article 5. As President Biden has said, and many others, senior officials in our government have said, the United States of America takes NATO very seriously, takes our commitments very seriously, and takes our obligations under Article 5 very seriously. And President Biden just the other night said that the United States will defend every inch of NATO territory along with our allies and partners, and Lithuania is critical to that, and we intend to do exactly that. We will continue to support the people of Ukraine to the extent that it's humanly possible. We will do that in many, many different ways, but we do intend to defend NATO Article 5 if threatened and attacked by any foreign country, and we intend to do that. And that's the purpose of why these forces, why this armor battalion is here. There are other forces coming to Lithuania. We've got an artillery battery showing up. We've got F-35s that came in here. We've got some special operations forces. We've got some air defense and some other capabilities. So the United States is very committed, and I can tell you that we have trained hard with the Lithuanian military. It's a high-quality military, small but very, very high quality, very effective leadership, very effective tactics, and very good, high-quality military, and we're very proud to serve along their side. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to the Chod for any remarks that you may have, and thank you for the opportunity, and we'll answer some questions in a minute.
At the beginning, thank you so much for very kind and nice words. And really, today is a significant day. By the way, the historical day because the first U.S. Chod visiting us, Lithuania. The reason why it is because every time U.S. shows that is the closest and the strongest ally in NATO and strongest ally for us. And today I personally grateful to General Milley for his leadership, and his leadership ensures us that we not alone, we can deter in worst case scenarios, we will together with US, with rest of allies, we will defend our state. Thank you so much. I'm ready to answer to the questions.
Sergei, our ambassador, would you like to make a comment on behalf of the State Department?
Sure. Just to say, this is part of a sequence of visits that we have had to Lithuania over recent weeks to show our very strong commitment. We had Secretary Austin here 2 weeks ago. Secretary Blinken will be arriving this evening. All of these are concrete demonstrations the attention the United States is paying to Lithuania as it watches what Russia is doing in Ukraine and sees how Belarus is facilitating that. And as the chairman said, the president has been very clear in our commitment to defend every inch of NATO territory. Thank you.
So over to you.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Now it's time for the questions, and first question is for Saulius from Baltic News.
And you have many choices to ask.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I have a question for General Milley. Lithuania Defense Minister the other day said that United States will deploy one more tank battalion in Lithuania. I was just wondering if you can confirm that.
Yeah, so what the President of the United States and the Secretary of Defense of the United States decided to do on recommendations from the military was to alert, marshal, and deploy another brigade, an armor brigade, from the United States. That process is ongoing right now. They are in the process of deploying. The troops are coming over here. They're landing in Germany. They're drawing their equipment from Germany. And then General Walters, the Supreme Allied Commander Europe, and General Cavoli, U.S. Army Europe, will deploy them to various countries. Lithuania is one of them. And there'll be other places that unit will deploy and cycle through and train.
Can you please?
So they are on the way.
Can you please specify how many troops and capabilities?
I can't right this second because I actually don't know. But maybe General Koloszewski. It'll be companies and battalions, but they'll cycle through. But go ahead, tell them what your plan is.
Can you please specify the additional capabilities of U.S. and Lithuania?
So it's an armor brigade combat team that's coming into Germany, as the chairman has said. And so about 3,500 soldiers, a little over that. It's got tanks, it's got Bradleys, it's got self-propelled artillery, it's got all sorts of sustainment capabilities as well. Still assessing exactly where we're going to place them along the eastern flank.
So the final deployment in terms of how they cycle through, exactly where, how many, etc., that's still being refined by General Cavoli, General Walters, General Koloszewski.
Also a follow-up, if you don't mind, you talked about air defense capabilities being stationed in Lithuania. Can you please tell us more? Which capabilities are you talking about specifically?
So we in coordination with Lithuanian Defense Forces, do have some radars that we've put in, counterfire radars, as well as also air missile defense radars. And we have short-range air defense artillery, surface-to-air Avengers that are going to be here as part of the U.S. contingent.
Okay, thank you.